Leviticus 1. Then the Lord called to Moses and spoke to him from the meeting tent. Speak to the Israelites and tell them, when someone among you presents an offering to the Lord, you must present your offering from the domesticated animals, either from the herd or from the flock. So interesting here. So when you are going to make offerings, so we're going to get some instructions from and also it's pointing out Moses is in the tent of meeting. So we read about in the book of Exodus, Moses going in and out of the tent of meeting. So we don't often, as we're going through that story, always get instructions to the people. Here is a time that we're going to start to learn what some of those instructions were as Moses was before God in the tent of meeting. So speak to the Israelites and tell them, when someone among you presents an offering to the Lord, you must present your offering from the domesticated animals, from the herd or the flock. Why domesticated animals? Well, we have to have clean animals as one thing that we're going to see, but also domesticated animals, meaning that you are caring and tending for them as opposed to going and finding wild game. So it's going to be something that you've cared for, something you've cultivated, raised, invested your time, effort, energy into, and that's what you're going to bring. So if if his offering is a burnt offering from the herd, he must present it as a flawless male. He must present it at the entrance of the tent of meeting for its acceptance before the Lord. So it's going to be a burnt offering. It is going to be a flawless male. So we've got, it has to be male. It's going to be flawless. So no imperfections, no blemishes, no broken bones, not a sick individual. And you do it at the entrance of the tent of meeting in order to be acceptable. So you start at the entrance of the tent, you're bringing it, you're presenting it to God in that way. So qualifications, how we're doing it of the flock. He must lay hands on the head of the burnt offering, and it will be accepted for him to make atonement on his behalf. So laying hands on the animal to make atonement. This is kapur, as a sacrifice to take away sins. The English word derives from a combination of at plus one, meant, referring primarily to reconciliation or reparations that is made in order to accomplish reconciliation. The primary meaning of the Hebrew is to wipe off or on, to purge the tabernacle of impurities. But in some cases, it refers metaphorically to wiping away anything that might stand in the way of a good relationship, to appease or pacify. The translation make atonement has been retained here because ultimately the goal, either purging or appeasing, was to maintain proper relationship between the Lord. So we are laying on hands. This is mine. This is the one that I am designating. This is the one. So that is the one that is being anointed, appointed for this task. And then it is making atonement for, it is restoring anything wrong in the relationship between the giver and God. Then the one presenting the offering must slaughter the bull before the Lord, and the sons of Aaron, the priest, must present the blood and splash the blood against the side of the altar, which is at the entrance of the tent of meeting. So we now have the bull has to be slaughtered. So why was we slaughter the bull if you're bringing something from the flock? It sounds like it must be a bull, not a sheep or a goat here in this case. And the blood, but we do know when we had others talking about the bulls are not brought in all the way. There's only portions of the bull that's brought inside, and the rest of the bull is burned up outside. So we'll see if that continues here. Next, the one must present the offering, must skin the burnt offering and cut it into pieces. And the sons of Aaron the priest must put fire on the altar and arrange the wood on the altar. Then the sons of Aaron the priest must arrange the parts with the head and suet on the wood, that is, the fire on the altar. Oh, there it is. Finally, the one presenting the offering must wash its entrails and its legs in water, and must present must offer all of it up in smoke on the altar. It is a burnt offering, a gift of a soothing aroma to the Lord. So there's proper procedure in the processing and burning of these animals. You are washing them. You are cleaning off the things that are unclean. You're doing this outside before you go in so that you're not bringing anything that is unclean or impure into the place. And then you're not also offering up anything that is unclean or that would make you unclean. If his offering is from the flock for a burnt offering from the sheep or the goats. Okay, so we already had, I mentioned it needed to be flawless. We had a burnt offering, sounded like cattle that's coming, and now we're going back to, so we're going to get continuous going on of how do we properly present offerings to God. It must be a flawless male and must slaughter it on the north side of the altar before the Lord, and the sons of Aaron the priest will splash the blood on the altar side. So again, the same procedure. Blood is being splashed on the side of the altar. It is a piece, an action of anointing with the sacrifice that's there. So next, the one presenting the offering must cut it into pieces with its head and its suet, and the priest must arrange them on the wood that is the fire on the altar. So very similar language here. Then the one presenting the offering must wash the entrails and the legs in water, and the priest must present all of it and offer it up in smoke on the altar. It is a burnt offering, a gift of soothing aroma to the Lord. So again, we have the repeating, the washing the entrails, the washing of the legs, presenting those are the pieces that are being burned up. Now we have another offering. If his offering to the Lord is a burnt offering of birds, he must present his offering from the turtle doves or from the young pigeons. The priest must present it at the altar, pinch off its head, and offer the head up in smoke on the altar, and its blood must be drained out against the side of the altar. Then the priest must remove all its entrails by cutting off its tail feathers and throw them to the east side of the altar in the place of fatty ashes. So normally the priest is going to do ashes here, but instead we are going to have the tail feathers. So we're going to get the entrails there instead, and tear it open by its wings without dividing it into parts. So we're going to open up the bird, but we're not tearing it in half. Finally, the priest must offer it up in smoke on the altar on the wood, which is in the fire. It is a burnt offering, a gift, a soothing aroma to the Lord. So each of the offerings that are mentioned here all end in the same way. It is a burnt offering, a gift of soothing aroma to the Lord. So the burning of this is going to go up before the Lord. It is going to be soothing. It's going to be pleasing. It is not, although it sounds like we're telling you the proper way to do it, we're trying to tell you the proper way to do it, but your heart posture is still important. And why would we have different ones? Well, not everyone is necessarily going to have cattle. So if you have livestock, but you're a shepherd and you have sheep and goats, you may not have a cattle to bring. If you're a farmer and you do not have, sheep and goats, you may only have a bird that you're able to bring. Or maybe you are poor and you only have birds with the accessibility to bring. So, so these are the first offerings. We see the repetition, we see the styling of it, we see how it's supposed to happen, and you're presenting it, and the priest is doing the work. The priests are the professionals. We're going to do the offering of the animal.